baby, chill. Don't medicate, just meditate. You waking up now, well, baby, you hella late. Educate, look at what's going on, let it resonate, accelerate. Find your inner hunger like you never ate. Agenda is to push the hate, separate and segregate. Don't celebrate quite yet, the storm is coming, Q, for heaven's sake. Violence that they demonstrate, instigate and penetrate. The values of our country and our God is what they desecrate. My fighters ain't no featherweight, pulling out the seams of the fabric that they fabricate. They feed us lies, manipulate, intimidate through fear and force, forcing us to sit and wait till we come together, congregate, and then we liberate. Praying that you give me strength to find some love amongst the hate. Marching on these streets of blood till I see the golden gates. Troubadour and troubled souls, one of God's servants. Blades out, cut the grass till we see the serpents.
One day I hope you see the truth. This puppet show stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. Need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now.
I know the truth is hard to swallow, just digest it. Suspected something's going on, but chose to just neglect it. Deflected by some breaking news, always just accept it. Expected just to fall in line and follow their perspective. Don't question their objective, but I got a lot of questions. How these kids molested, but nobody's been arrested. Read it in the testament, these children are protected. So I'm fighting all these terrorists, both foreign and domestic. Refuse to be directed, blind, not a sheep. Only kneel to my God, so I'm dying on my feet. Silence when we speak, but there's violence in the street. I've been rolling with the punches, I can't take it on the cheap. Drink from a glass half full, I'm optimistic. People are sadistic, so vicious and malicious. Praying for assistance to overcome opposition, or I'm gonna start resisting and then I'll pray for forgiveness.
One day I hope you see the truth. This puppet show stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. Need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now. We need you now. We need you now. One day, one day, one day. One day I hope you see the truth. This puppet show stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. Need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now.
All right, y'all. So this is gonna be. Hold up, Boo.
No, sorry, I thought I was unmuted. Sorry. Yes, carry on.
All right, so this is gonna be a serious live, y'all. This is a serious fucking. This is a topic that hits me and Boo. It's a special topic to us. This topic is a serious topic. So this is going to be a more serious live for us, and trust me, it's hard for us to be serious.
Really is.
It really is, you guys. Like
Really.
I'm sober right now. Like I'm usually smoked up and all that, but I am sober right now to do this live. Um, Boo, is there anything you want to say before I play the clip? We're not going to talk about the people in this clip that much. I'm just going to say one thing about them, and then I just want opinions on a few things. Well, we both want opinions
Yeah.
on some things. So, Boo, is there
I'd
anything you want
say
to say?
no, I'd say play the clips and then see if anybody's got an opinion on it, because I want to see if anybody's got a different opinion that we've got. So
All right. So I'm going to go ahead
yeah,
and do that then. All right.
carry on. You go
Let
for
me
it.
get the clip. Well, I'm going to play one clip. I had two clips, but it says the girl's name in it, and I am not going to play that clip because it says her name in it. I'm going to play this other clip I have. And Winter Rose, you are mentioned in this clip. So actually, shout out to Winter Rose.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. This is about a 3-minute clip, y'all. Here we go.
Understand what you're saying. You know, look, you are a victim, and you are telling your story tonight, not anyone else's, but yours.
Who is Winter Rose talking to? Winter.
Understand what you're saying. You know, look, you are a victim, and you are telling your story tonight, not anyone else's, but yours.
Who is Winter Rose talking?
Boo. Hey,
Winter,
Boo.
who was
Can
you
you
talking to?
Is it playing for you?
Yeah, it was playing. Yeah.
All right, sorry, y'all. Here, I'll play it now. It wasn't playing for me, but here.
Understand what you're saying. You know, look, you are a victim, and you are telling your story tonight, not anyone else's, but yours.
Who is Winter Rose talking to? Winter Rose is saying that's too far, man. You keep generalizing shit like you're the only person to be a victim. If you want people to listen, attacking is not the way to go. Who is she talking to? If she's talking to me, who the heck am I attacking?
No one's calling you a liar, Winter Rose. You know, this is the thing. This is the truth of the matter. She is no longer a victim. Okay? She's a 33-year-old mother and responsible for her children. Now, if she was groomed at 8 years old, she has started having a relationship with him at 11, was pregnant by 15, had a child by 17. Come on, people.
Are you guys hearing what my sister's claim? So are you guys reading up on what my sister, she says, hey guys, I'm not sure how I'm Betsy, copes with everything that happened. She says, but I'm over it and I'm able to tell my truth. So I always thought it was my dirty little secret. My sister and I did not know when it was happening. We both didn't know that we were both being, it wasn't until years later till we discussed and we came out in the open, you know. And if people can't understand that if as siblings we were afraid to tell each other, how much more afraid would we have been to tell the police or to tell our mom and whatnot? Like you guys aren't understanding this.
You know, Winter Rose, I would understand you saying that. Except I'm going to say this, you know, that's once a victim, always a victim. I'm sorry. No, I don't see that in myself. You know what I'm saying? I've been in terrible relationships too, but I wasn't a victim. I mean, you know, my first husband was a piece of crap. And he treated me terrible, and he was psychologically, mentally abusive.
Wow. Wow. I'm
Well,
well.
okay. So now on that note, um, our question is okay, and I just want to say this: them two girls are fucking idiots, total fucking idiots. Sorry, not sorry. Um, in my eyes, I agree with what Winter had posted in their chat. Once a victim, always a victim, right? Um,
Hmm.
the simple fact that you don't get to unlive what you've been through. Those victims can't unlive what they've been through, right? Um,
Well, if you're a victim and then you become a 30 something year old person, you just live life. You're always going to be a victim because you cannot, how can I put it? You can't re-victimize yourself. If you re-victimize yourself, you was never a victim to begin with. Even if you're a survivor of something. So you was a victim of something.
exactly. Sorry, my bad. Exactly,
Exactly.
Renner. I understand what you were trying to say, Renner Rose. I really do. But you cannot, it never leaves. Like, people who have been a victim, that never leaves. Like, that never goes away. It's still there. All right. Just because you get older, it doesn't mean you're not a victim at all. Because you will
Exactly.
constantly remember that you can deal with your trauma, the trauma that you've been through. Yes, you can find a way to cope with your trauma. You can do that. You can. It's hard for a lot of people who have been through it. Um, it's hard. It's not easy to cope with it. Some people can cope with it better than other people can, but it's not that easy to just. You cannot sit there in my eyes, I would call it unvictimize a victim.
Exactly.
Once you are a victim of something like that, you are a victim. There is no statute of limitation on that shit. You are a victim.
But like she was trying to say, the way I understood that then what she said was that she was a victim of domestic. She knows what it's like to be a victim. She was in them relationships of domestic violence, but she don't class herself as a victim. Well, if you've been through domestic violence, you're a victim.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You're a victim
But
of domestic violence. Yeah.
exactly, but
Um,
she's trying to say she's never classed herself as a victim, even though she's gone through the domestic violence side of it. So, in other words, it didn't bother whether you was punched and broken bones or anything like that. You was never a victim, regardless.
yeah. And see, I've been in domestic violent like relationships and shit with my ex. Um, but the topic that they are talking about is not domestic violence.
No,
Um,
Honey B was trying to
she's trying
say her,
to unvictimize a victim.
yeah,
And this might be like a trigger warning. This might trigger somebody. This might, I'm sorry, of molestation. It's not, you cannot unvictimize a victim of that. There's no statute of limitation to that. Um, so once a victim of that, you are always a victim. You can cope with it. Yes, you can cope with it and you can deal with that trauma. And it's hard for people, but you can do it. It can be done. But you will never forget. It's still there in your past. It's still there.
do you want to come up, Winter? And if you want to, I don't know, did you put the link out?
Oh no,
Winter.
I'm getting ready to.
Sorry. Yeah, because I was
Sorry,
on that line.
this is the first time me and Boo have ever really done like a serious live. So me and her, like, well, I don't know if she'll join me again are not, if y'all, there's nowhere to go if nobody's live after we're done here, which I think I saw Cheesehead start or post something about it going live here in a little bit. So we won't be. I don't even know when he's going live. I was gonna say we could get off here and just go there.
I don't know.
So this is a more serious live. So we're just gonna take this. This live is gonna be serious. I would say if Cheesehead wasn't going live, but since he is, we'll just all go over there after this.
Yeah.
But if he wouldn't have been, we were gonna start a different live up for something just for fun. But this is a more serious live. By the way, hi John, hi everybody in the chat. Sorry.
I mean,
But
to me, I wanted to know if everybody felt the same way that we felt, because I was listening to her live and I'm thinking, shit, this is not coming out of her mouth.
Oh, I was disgusted. I had to leave the restream, and I usually watch all of Dutchy's restreams, and I've been watching all of Probays to support them because they always come here and show support for me.
Mhm.
But it was hard. I just couldn't. I could not watch the rest of that live because I was so disgusted by what was coming out of her mouth.
I think what it was with me that really made me leave, it was the way they went into detail, into serious depth of what happened. And if you've been a victim, you can tell your story, but you ain't going to go into detail of every little thing that happened. It's just something I don't know.
What's up, Winner?
Hey,
Hi.
Winner.
How are you?
Oh, you're roboting.
Oh, fantastic. I'll be right back.
All right.
Yes, Ezra can jump up.
Anybody can jump up and share their opinion on this topic. We just want to know. Okay, this is our question for y'all. If you are a victim of this at a young age, at like say under 10 or any age under 18, to me, it's any age under 18, you are still a victim of it, because technically your prefrontal cortex is not fully developed to give consent until you're like 24 or 23 or 24. I cannot remember. I do not quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's around that age. So you cannot give consent. So under the age of 18, all right, if you were under the age of 18 and something like this happened to you, all right, and this topic is really hard for me, and people who really know me off of here know why. All right, let's see if she's still roboting.
Is this better?
That's
Yes,
better.
that's better.
Yay.
That's
Okay.
better.
Yeah.
All right. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing
We're fine.
okay.
We're trying to be serious at the moment. It's a serious
Well,
live.
this lady had me really angry from the jump because, first of all, like when she started this whole discussion in the first place, she wasn't even ever talking about herself. She was talking strictly about somebody entirely different. And so my biggest question for her was, why are you telling somebody else's story? Why are you saying her name out loud to the entire internet? She might not want that. And like, I asked her, what do you have to gain from this? And then sure as shit, it turns out that her and her sister came out with their own stories of things. And I was like, oh, so my opinion, they used her story to get everybody interested, and then they told their stories to get their sympathy. That's just the way I took it. But so that's what I was trying to say in the chat. And then she sat there and she said, oh, but she's not a victim anymore. And I was like, what? What? Like, I've never heard. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. I'm like, so what? Did she go back in time and, like, miss out on the event that traumatized her? What the fuck do you mean? Like, of course she's still a victim. And this dumb Lori Rose chick, right? She tries to sit there and say the same thing to me. And she was like, and she's still, with that guy today. And I was like, that makes her even more of a fucking victim then, because if she's that crazy and has issues, like, what do you not understand here? I'm so confused.
I mean, what I couldn't get, this child, and I'm going to call her a child because there is a child that
Yeah,
is with this grown man. Why ain't no one calling I don't know what you call it over there. We call it child protection services or the
yeah,
police. Why ain't nobody doing that? But you'll leave that child at 11 and she'll be pregnant by, or with him, and then pregnant by 17 or had a baby by 17.
yep. And
Why ain't
that's
nobody called in like child protection services?
right. I mean,
Exactly.
honestly, first of all, there's that question coming through, but also, like, I don't want to go into their issues either, but like, why didn't, like, it sounds like there's a lot more family issues than what they are
Hmm,
leading on to, because that, like, they're trying to sit there and be like, yeah, well, your parent, if that, how did your parents not know? That's my question.
exactly.
If you're
Exactly.
that
Yeah.
young, you're under the, I'm not going to like go into the details, but if you're under the age of 10 and something like that happens to you, how does the parents not know?
Hmm.
Especially when it's with all the kids. There's
Yeah,
only 3 of them, and make
I
it make
think
sense.
exactly. But what did you say, Miss Singh, about the registry? He tried.
Oh,
He,
okay.
this is
Okay.
another
Is
thing he's
Megan's
confused.
law is Megan's law the same as being put on the registry
Mm,
with her?
I don't know.
Because see,
Uh,
they were saying that he made a plea bargain. Like he went to jail. Supposedly, this is what this girl said. He went to jail for doing this to this girl. I'm not going to put no names out there because that's just not
oh
me.
yeah, yes,
For
yeah.
doing
I
this to
don't
this
think
girl,
you can
but
plead
made a
that. I
plea.
don't. Yeah, I don't know if you can plead that. You can?
You can?
I don't know. That's
Really?
John said.
You can make a plea to not be put on the registry, so he could go to jail and like say, "Hey, I'll take this much time in jail. Just don't put me on the registry." Are you serious, John?
That doesn't
That
make
don't make
sense.
sense. No, nor me.
No, it makes no sense to me. And that was that sister's story the other night, and I was like, "This don't make sense to me."
So
That he
that's where
went to
there's
jail and didn't get put on that.
okay.
Because in my eyes, if he can plea not to go on the sex registry, in my eyes, he could go out again and commit the same crime to another child, and then who's going to be prosecuted then? Because the people that didn't put him on the registry in the first place, because in that
That's so weird. Like,
holding
so
public
I mean
information.
that just leaves him open to being able to, you know, do
I
repeat
mm,
offend again. Like, right? I mean,
yeah,
Exactly.
I did look it up. You can
That's what I
actually
don't understand.
plead.
When
What
she
did he
said
say
that
about
in
that
the other
thing,
night on the live,
please?
I was like, "There's no way. There's no way." If he got,
No,
I couldn't believe that you could plead out of it. Like, how can you plead down from not being put on the registry list? I don't understand that. You do that.
that's one
If
I
you
don't
do that,
get.
you should be automatically put on there. It
You
just
can
I
you can make an appeal to be took off the registry early,
right. That
but then
makes
it's down
sense.
to then it's down to the judge whether he takes you off it at an earlier stage. But if you're convicted of a sex offence against a minor, aren't you automatically put on the child like the registry? Because that I would think that was the way it would go.
I do agree that that
Because
seems weird.
if you don't, you're just you're just leaving it open for him to do exactly the same to another child without no one knowing anything about his past. I don't get that.
And
I
Laura's
don't
100%
either.
right. Because I listened to the live too. It was a very, you can tell she's personally angry with her brother.
Yeah,
Like, it's
Oh
not,
yeah,
it's not like she's, trying to bring awareness to anybody. There's some vindictiveness in this. Like, w-
but
you know,
Honey Am, I'll call her Honey Am. But Honey Am, if he wants to say that hers it's not a victim, or this person's not a victim. We all deal with things differently, but you can't say just because that person's not a victim, the rest of the people that are victims are not. You can't say that. She was like saying, well, she's not a victim now, but so everybody else is not a victim.
Because
It
she's in
don't
her
work like
30s.
that.
Oh, she's in her 30s now, so she's no longer a victim. Fucking get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
There are so many people that have struggled after years, after decades. So that
Yeah.
bitch can go fucking sit on a goddamn cactus for all I care.
I mean,
Because like
it don't stop. My kid's 36. My kid still has night terrors. He has to sleep with the light on, the TV on. It's still traumatizing. And
I
that's
don't care if
36
you're
years.
60, dude. Sometimes that
Exactly.
shit will fuck you up. Like it just is what it
Exactly.
is. Like if you are going through some shit and it has to do with like something that from trauma when you were a child, like just shit happens. It'll carry with you. Like
Exactly.
just
You can
victim
put things to the
ever
back
heard.
of your head. You can put things to the back of your head and you can carry on living your life, but you can't take being a victim away. You
Right.
just can't, because you can't take it away. If you could, you'd never be a victim to begin with at all. So you can't take it away. You can just live a different way.
It's just that's so weird to me. Yeah, no, that was one of the weirdest things I've ever heard. And then for me to question her was a crime against womanhood too. So that was a
No.
fun one.
Oh yeah, I heard that. I was like, what the fuck? And then you just disappeared in their chat. I was like, wow, they blocked Winter
Yeah, they
because she was
totally
giving them
blocked.
the truth.
Oh no. You
I
got blocked.
it was
Yeah, because
hilarious.
she was still spitting facts over there. Everything she was saying was true, and they couldn't handle it, so they blocked her.
Well,
I just had them just.
You
I
know,
don't know.
it's sad. You cannot unvictimize a victim, and that is what them women were trying to do. And the worst part was, it was like the sister was saying, like, she's not a victim no more. But look at me, this happened to me. I'm a victim now.
right. And you don't
And
believe
that
me?
just,
That means you're not a good woman. Like, excuse the fuck out of me. But I don't believe all women or all people. Period. Like everybody is a fucking liar.
well, if you got psychological abuse, RC, you're still to me, in my eyes, you're still a victim. You were
Exactly.
abused psychologically. Like, it don't matter,
Yeah.
physical, psychologically, it don't matter. A victim's a victim. If you go through shit like that, you're still a victim.
Yeah, and
You just learn how to deal
right
with it.
there. But hold on, like she also says PTSD. PTSD can be lifetime. Like so, if trauma can like cause a lifetime illness like that, like yeah, it can. It's gonna fucking follow you, you stupid
Exactly.
cunts.
I mean, you cannot remove it once it's there. You cannot remove
Exactly.
what happened. You
And
can't
so
cut that out of your life and saying, well, now I'm not a victim, because it never happened. That's the only time you can call you not be a victim, is if it's never happened to you.
Honeyham needs like some education in abuse and stuff before she decides to do fucking lives about it.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
definitely.
Because that was
Definitely.
triggering to probably every person that has ever been abused. Because what the fuck? Just because we're 30, we have to get over our shit? No. No, bitch.
Oh, I was
Actually,
irate. I was
yeah,
irate. I'm already blocked over there, so I didn't even try to go over there because she blocked me a long time ago. I was
I
like,
jumped
man,
off. I couldn't listen to it no more. It was just, it just sounded like BS to me.
yeah, it did. And it was like, to me, it was like, honestly, it was like the sister was saying, she's not a victim, but I am. So poor pity me and give
Yeah.
me sympathy. To me, that's
Mhm.
exactly what that sister was doing. And I feel no sympathy for her. If she's going to de-victimize a victim and
Yeah.
try to make it like this girl is not a victim, like, then you're not.
It was really strange because as they were sitting there like talking about this first lady, you know, the first lady's story that they had nothing to do with,
Mm.
Mhm.
they were at first almost like pity, pity, pity her, pity her, pity her. But then when I go over there, they're in the chat sitting there, they're talking mad shit about this lady, calling her a scammer and all of this. And I'm just like, wow, if people didn't actually look at this chat, they would totally think that you actually cared about her, but you don't.
Mm.
It's very
Yeah.
strange. So they have a
Yeah.
personal vendetta against the first girl whose story that they told, and that's why that also makes me a little fucking annoyed too, because how dare
Yeah.
you be vindictive and tell somebody else's story for them, especially if you don't like them.
Yeah. In my eyes,
Yeah.
it should have been a horror story to tell. If she didn't want it told, it shouldn't have been told to
No,
me.
it
Nope.
shouldn't.
Because that's not their story to tell.
No, it's not. No. Mm-mm.
And how dare them say that she's not a victim? How do they know that? You know what I mean? How can they say that?
Exactly.
I'd
Exactly.
like to know. I'd like to know whether he's on the register, because I can't see him doing time in jail for doing what he did and not be put on the register. It just, to me, didn't make sense. I mean, even in
Yeah.
the UK, they'd be put on. If they would be put on the register in the UK regardless. If you've been found guilty of that crime, you automatically go on the sex offenders list.
I'm gonna have to look that up. That you can like plea that
Yeah.
down. I can't do that on the phone right now because I'm on StreamYard. But other than that, that's one of the strangest things. Like you would think that like if you're convicted of being,
Thank you, Dutchie.
yeah, it doesn't. I just don't know.
I mean, whether Dutchie know, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Okay. So
to
Dutchie,
me,
hold on. Dutchie. So he pleaded guilty. Did he plead guilty to get out of being put on the registry or something like that? Oh, okay. And negotiated to not be on the SOR. Okay.
but
And
ain't
that
you
I could.
opening the doors then?
I agree, and that's that right there is on our fucked up law system right there.
Yeah,
That's what I mean.
that
It's
should not
like,
be should not be
I
able to
don't
be done. You
agree.
should not be able to plead and not be put on a sex offender list. Because if he does that same shit over again and goes and does it to somebody else, look. People didn't know he was on there. Like
Yeah,
didn't know
so
he would do that. It's just
Yeah, that's one I just don't get it. It's like you're holding public information from the people you think you're going to protect, but not putting him on the register. You're not protecting the innocent people out there. You're making them more vulnerable.
I don't know.
I
That
don't
that
know.
seems like a weird way to go with anything that has
it
to do
does. I mean,
um like especially a sex crime.
Yeah,
Any sex
to
crime, you
me,
know what I mean? Yeah.
in
No,
the UK, or like I'm sure in the UK, if you're found guilty, you're put on the sex offenders list. Whether, because I know there's a life term one, but I know there's I think there's 5 years. You go on life for 5 years, but I know
yeah,
there is a long term one. But you do go on there.
I don't know.
I know me.
yeah. It's
I'm sorry,
something
but
don't add up to me. Like I don't understand why they wouldn't put him on there.
and
That
also
judge,
why, yeah.
the judge who gave him that plea and let him not be put on the registry, you are absolutely disgusting. Like, I'm sorry, you're disgusting. Like,
It's
I'm
not
still gonna
in the
look
UK
into it. I
neither.
don't know. But I'm gonna have to hop off. But I thought that that clip was just so fucking hilarious because of the way she goes, Winter Rose. Like, oh, the way
yeah,
she
the way
says
she
it.
said your name, man.
Oh man, I'm just like,
Winter
oh,
Rose.
the way she says it, I'm just like, bitch, quit saying my name. Like, just stop. Stop. All right. I will chat with you ladies later, but you have a great evening and hope your life
Thank you,
goes.
Winter.
Thanks.
Thank you
Bye.
for coming up.
Bob.
Of course.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, Dutchie.
All
I
right.
mean, I know in the UK that it's totally different in the UK than it is in America, because I think you automatically put on.
Yeah. See, that's how I thought it was here, Dutchie. I thought it was that way here. I did not know. I did not know that you can make a plea to get it to where you don't get put on there. Like this, it honestly disgusts me. Like, I'm ashamed to even say that I live in the United States if that is the fucking case. I am ashamed. Like, do better. Are you serious? This motherfucker, it pled guilty. He pled fucking guilty. He should have been on the fucking registry. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm sorry, but this shit,
It is.
after this live, I'm going to have to smoke a big blunt. This shit's got me worked up.
I don't know.
Got me
Yeah,
aggravated like a motherfucker.
That's what does she just say?
Hold on, Betsy's a weirdo. Sorry,
that
but
one.
it's
Go down.
Oh, down. Oh, right here. This one?
That one. Yeah, I got it. That one.
What? Wait a minute. So Honeybees knew. Okay, well, see, this isn't the first one she knew about either, because she knew Race was on a registry too. But she knew him for 2 years and his address and shit. Are you shitting me? Oh my God.
Is it a pattern that Vic keeps following the chomos around YouTube?
Vicky and Honeybees both. And like I told Boo backstage, I have people looking into buzzing about Crime Channel. I have people looking into I'm telling you, she is not gonna last long over in true crime section.
Yeah, that's
she's not gonna last long over there. In fact, my suggestion, Honeybees, if you hear this, don't do true crime no more. Quit. You're not no fucking good at it. And you think that they won't tear you apart over there? You're wrong. Because they will tear you apart worse over there than here ever. You could ever think of. I've seen it done over there.
This is
you
what
gotta
I mean
have
about,
your shit right.
You know, when people say it's their responsibilities to out the chomos. Well, I'm sorry. I want to be notified if I'm going to sit on a panel with a known chomo. That means you're taking my rights away from me. That I should know. When these people know about them, why ain't nobody saying anything? They're keeping all this information to themselves.
Wait, hold up. Look at this comment right here. Right here. And she sent him jams. She knew his name and she never looked him up. That just made my stomach turn. You are disgusting, honey hog. That's fucking disgusting. This is the second one, oh boy. I'm trying to be serious right now, and that shit right there just fucking. Like I told you backstage, I will continue. I'm going to continue to do what I have to do to make sure that her having a true crime channel ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. I would give up, in fact.
Also, the people that are on panel, don't discuss somebody else's business if they ain't there. Especially business like that. You'd like, you're putting it all out there. That's so bad. So wrong.
What's up, Salty? Exactly. A victim is a victim. Always. To me, in my eyes, you are always a victim. There is no statute of limitations to that shit. And in my eyes, personally, I am completely disgusted with the fucking judges of the United States to even give him a plea to not be put on a sex offender registry. Like, that's fucking disgusting. I don't even want to live here no more. Fucking, come on. You should automatically be put on the registry, period.
So you can imagine now, every lawyer that is representing a sex offender can plead to have that person not put on the register. So imagine how many sex offenders are running around like America that have been pleaded off the sex offenders list.
That's exactly what Winter was saying earlier, and that's exactly what me and Boo think it too. I think she wanted what she wanted was sympathy. Like they sit there and they pretty much like unvictimize, whatever the victim, and was trying to make themselves look like a victim themselves. because of what happened to them. But yet this girl isn't a victim no more because it happened so long ago. Well, what happened to you happened longer ago than that. So are you saying you're no longer a victim too? Like, look, they wanted sympathy. They were looking for sympathy.
Yeah, it never made
They
sense
were
to me.
looking for,
It just
and you
made
know
me
what?
more
It's
angry. It made me more angry. It never made sense. It made me more angry. So that's why I jumped off because I thought I can't listen to it.
oh, I don't know, Kikilani. I don't know.
No, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. But and that's another thing. Honeybees and them didn't have a problem with this dude till this dude blocked her. All right. Are you like it look, people it is she wants to out okay, they want to out this one, right? They want to out this pred, right? Why didn't you guys out DJ Race? Why didn't you out you knew this shit about him and y'all didn't out him? But
Exactly.
probate told me the other day, it's they're outing him because they don't like him. I think that's what probate or they're out they only out the ones they don't like. I think probate said something like that.
They're not doing it out of the kindness of their heart. They're doing it out of revenge. It's not that they care. They're doing it out of revenge just to get back at him.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's as bad as naming someone something that they're not.
Wow, probate. Are you serious? Wow. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, but it's like it every time. And it's like Vic. He would never have said anything about DJ Wrath if nobody had called him out over it. He's only got it called out over
but
it.
Honeyham knew about Wrath too, so did multiple other people.
I know. I just
You
don't get
know,
the logic of
but
it.
that's not. I don't know, man. This shit, like, this case is totally fucked.
This is what I
case.
don't understand is when people
I'm
say,
still trying to wrap my head around,
yeah,
like Dutchie saying that you can plea out of that. Like, I don't understand why any judge, knowing that this man did this to a child, would let you walk out without being on a fucking registry. I cannot wrap my head around it. In fact, I'm getting a fucking headache trying to. I cannot wrap my head around that. I can't. And it's heartbreaking because that's sad. What if they go out and do that again? You can let them plea off and not get put on that again? Like, are you serious? United States, do better, man. I'm ashamed, dude. I'm moving.
I mean, I don't get it. I thought, to me, if you're found guilty of a sex crime against a child and you get found guilty, I thought you automatically go on the list. I mean, I don't think there was a chance that you could plead off it. I've heard
No,
about
I
pleading.
didn't think you could either. That's why I'm shocked. When Dutchie said that, that floored me. Like, and John even mentioned it. Like, I'm shocked. I'm shocked that you can even plea out of something like that. Like I told Boo backstage, I got people looking into this shit. Like,
I mean,
this shit is not cool. And I'm gonna keep spreading the word about how this girl did how buzzing about crying wants to unvictimize and the sisters want to unvictimize a victim. It's not funny.
nah.
You don't know what goes through that girl's mind every day. You don't know what she has to deal with every day in her head. You don't know. This is like,
if they don't feel like victims, then that's up to them. Maybe whether it happened to them or not, who's to know? If they don't class themselves as victims or they think they ain't one no more, that don't mean to say she's not a victim or she feels like she can say that she's not a victim. She's a victim. You're answering for someone and you're talking about someone else's personal business when you have no rights to talk about it. But and it's okay, you calling her, saying they're ain't a victim as a victim still. You don't know what goes on.
no, and that's the thing. You don't really know what goes through a victim's head. Now, I'm sure there's probably plenty of victims. I don't know everybody that's a victim. I know a few people that are a victim of this shit, and I could say that I myself am a victim of it. I'm not going to go into details about it, but I could say I myself am a victim, and you don't get over it. It don't
No.
leave your mind every day. Like I could say this, and this is just me. This is what happens with me. I can see certain things that remind me of the person that did that to me when I was a child. And I will have nightmares for weeks upon weeks upon weeks. It's not something you learn to deal with it. Yes, you can learn to deal with it. And you can learn to cope
Carry on
with it.
living life.
You
Yeah,
can.
carry on living life.
And you can. Some people can, but there's some people who can't cope with it all. And it's sad that people not knowing and not being in the victim's shoes can sit there and try to de-victimize a fucking victim. It's disgusting. It's horrible.
I'd like
Like,
to
what
see a
the fuck has this
victim.
world come to? Honestly, what the fuck is this world come to that we can just go around and de-victimize fucking people? Victims. Like,
I'd like to hear someone that classes I'd like to hear someone tell me that they are a victim and then they hear a bang in the middle of the night. Tell me what goes through their head.
oh,
First thing.
okay. So Kiki Lani is saying he didn't plead down for court records. He pled down to what he was charged with.
Wasn't he
Okay.
charged with
Was he charged with I'm not gonna go into that. Like, was he charged with
essay
I
against a
can't even
minor?
say it. Like, I don't even know how to word it right. I don't want to say it wrong
Oh,
and it sounds like
essay with a
yeah,
minor.
with a minor. Was he charged with that? Kiki Lani, or if anybody knows, I mean, like I don't know the guy personally. All I know is when I heard this live of these girls talking about this victim.
Not essay.
No, it's not. It's not. I don't think they call it that when it's a minor. I'm not sure.
It's
I'm not sure what they would call it, but
I'm trying to think.
yeah, I don't know what he pled to. I don't know nothing about the dude. I didn't even know him. I just heard Dutchy and Emery streaming this live, and I heard the way these women were talking was so
Statutory essay.
statutory essay. Okay, so he plead guilty to that, right? Or did he plead down on that? Or pled to that? Hold on, per court record. He pled to what he was charged with. Okay, so he pled guilty to that, then is what I think Kiki Lani is trying to say here. But to me, in my eyes, if he pled to that,
That's
he
still
shouldn't be on the he should be on the sex offender registry list. You should not be able to get up. I don't know, man. There's way too many, Dutchy.
There is too many, and a lot of them
Way too many.
a lot of them are on YouTube, but people probably
That's what
don't
I'm
know.
saying. Like, that's why I keep a small circle of people. I don't.
Corruption of a minor.
I don't know, man. It's
Hey, Spike.
hey, just for fun. Okay, hold on. What gives someone the right to decide when someone else is no longer a victim? Exactly. That's what we're trying to say. You cannot decide when somebody is no longer a victim. Like, you can't. I don't get people. I don't get fucking people at all. And to top it off, corruption of a minor. Okay, all right.
I've never heard of that
Hey,
before.
Spike.
I've never heard of that. Corruption of a minor. What does that mean?
Exactly, Bones. They had no right to tell this girl's story. No right to tell her story. She should have the go ahead. If she wanted it to be talked about, they should have had to get her go ahead. They should have talked to her. They should. In my eyes, personally, I would rather hear, and I know it's hard for some victims to talk about, I would rather hear the story come from the victim. And I know it's hard. I know it's hard to talk about for people. But when somebody else is telling your story, that's bullshit. They had no right to tell her story. None. They should have talked about their stories and his charges. Like Bone says right there. Bone says it right there for you. That's all that should have been spoken about.
I mean, I don't get what does that mean? Like corruption of a minor? how's that entail? So corruption of a minor, he never actually done anything.
Just for fun.
Kekalani, nor do I understand why he's not on the registry, because I mean, corruption of a minor, I don't get that neither. I don't even know what that's about. That's like you just corrupting them to.
That's what it sounds like to
That's
me too,
yeah.
Dutchie.
I was just thinking that. I was trying to think of the word to say, but then yeah.
Either way, it's disgusting. Like, they should not have been talking about this girl's situation, this girl's story. In fact, they shouldn't even been talking about the girl, period. They
But
should
then
have
they
talked
stopped
about his
after that.
charges
They
and
stopped.
that stuff. But she should have
They
never
stopped
been
talking
brought
about
up.
her story. Did they stop talking about her story and then just made it about them two? Then
They did. The
I-
sisters. What
yeah,
it was, it's like Dutchie and them had said. They had a vendetta.
yeah.
And
I
but
mean,
them girls wanted sympathy. They wanted sympathy. They wanted to de-victimize the victim that he did these horrible things to,
I mean,
and make themselves look like a victim so they could get the sympathy and the poor pity me, feel bad for me shit. No.
I
You
really
you can
hope.
sit there and make yourself look stupid and disgusting for talking like that about a victim.
I mean, it makes you think. It does make you think if them doing this because of a vendetta. It makes you think, did it really seriously happen to begin with? And that's hard to say. You know what I mean? You should never ever not believe someone, especially someone that's been victimized. But if they're out for revenge and just to get back at this person, how do you know it really happened to begin with? How do you know they didn't? It's not a made up story. That's what I'm saying. You don't know, do you? So
Exactly. And like this time, like, and like right there, what that you said, they never, when it involves a minor. Granted, she may not be a minor now, but she was a minor then. When it involves a minor, you don't say name. Period.
it's the detail.
Period.
Why would you
It's
want to go into
absolutely
detail?
fucking disgusting. It is disgusting that the way they were speaking about it. No, it's
But
um,
when you've had things like that happen, you can say basically, yeah, I'm a victim of, you know, I mean, whatever went on. But you're not going to go into great detail, in-depth detail of what happened to you. To me, that you wouldn't want to say things, you wouldn't even want to go there. And if you really am a victim, your mind wouldn't let you go back there.
oh, there we go. There's your corruption of minors right there. Combat Wombat, put it out there.
Corruption of minors. Whoever by any act corrupts the morals of any minor less than 18 years of age who or aids, abets, entices and encourages any such minor in the commission of any crime.
Thank you, Wombat.
I don't.
Love you too, Sultan. But this right here is, I just,
No,
I
it wasn't. But to tell their story, they'd have to go through her. So maybe that's what I'm saying.
Exactly, Golden. That's what we're saying, and that's why we did this live, you guys, because this topic, like ever since I watched Dutchie, because I don't go to their stream. If Dutchie's restreaming, I'm watching the restream. I ain't going and giving them no fucking view. So I'm watching Dutchie or Probate if Probate's restreaming, because Probate does restream now.
Yeah.
I'll be in one of them.
Probate.
I won't go to the regular stream. I just won't. I'll just watch them and support them and be in there. But it's been bothering me since I watched the restream of it. It's been like, oh man, it's been driving me insane.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Like it's It's disgusting. I'm absolutely disgusted by the words that these women said on this live. Um,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
honestly, I could tell you this right now: she's not gonna last long over in the true crime if she's gonna talk like that. See, 'cause I used to be over in the true crime community. I ain't over there no more, but I used to be over there, and they will tear her apart. And so, I mean, if you just don't understand. You think you're getting away from drama if they find anything wrong in your story or anything like that. They will call you out on the shit. They're just as bad over there as they are here. And I'm just going
I
to
don't
be
know.
honest with you.
I just don't get why walk on the registry. I really don't understand it. Because to me, even if you're a groomer, you're enticing a child to do things that they shouldn't be doing, and you shouldn't be doing with a child. So to me, you're still a predator.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I don't know if anybody knows what time Cheesehead's going live. I don't want to cut into his live.
No,
Um, I
I
know
want to
he
see.
did set up a live.
Oh,
Can you
Bones.
look and see, Boom?
Bones. He's gone through how many chomos already as friends? 4, 5 already. It's like he follows the chomos around YouTube.
That's what I'm saying. It's yeah, that's another thing. And the sister kept bringing up the money ordeal. That's what.
How she'd won the money on the casino and won so many thousands and
Okay,
bought a
so
man.
he's going live in 3 minutes, then, Jake. Right?
Oh, right then.
All right. Well, we'll shut this down here in a minute. I probably won't play no actors. This is a more serious live. We're just gonna. But no, we're gonna finish. We're gonna be finished talking about this first. We got 3 minutes till he goes live. Um.
But yeah, I mean, I know I mentioned about the money, how much money he'd won and how much had paid for him to go to Las
Yeah.
Vegas, and had bought a mansion and things like that. You know what? Money comes and goes. In fact, it goes quicker than what it comes. Do you know what I mean? So why would you want to throw your money business out there when it's nothing to do with your money if you're claiming that you was molested as a child? Why would
I
the
don't
money
know.
be any
I know
part of it?
the sister did keep bringing up money. Even like Dutchy, like right here, right here sounds like money is the motivation for the exposing.
Yeah.
Right there, and I agree with her on that. I do agree with her on that. This topic here. Like I don't understand people. I guess I will never understand people because now that I know that you can plead to not be put on a registry.
You plead your case. You
I
plead
can't
your
wrap my mind
offences.
around that shit. That shit's
Me
still fuck.
neither.
That's bothering me. That is bothering me. Like if you know that this person did this to a child, they should be put on there no matter what. No judge should give them a fucking plea to get off there. God, we gotta do better, people. My goodness. Oh
Thank
my
the Lord
God.
for the UK law. Thank the Lord. At least we got something
Oh,
right.
I
UK
thought we
law.
were that way here, but evidently I was wrong. You could plea out. No. There should
I'm
be
quite
no way you should be able to plea out of being put on a registry. I don't I don't get it. Or not get put on a registry. Period. You should be on there.
because anything to do with anything, like, I mean, like in the UK, even if you're found guilty of grooming, you automatically go on the register because it's still a what? It's still a criminal act. You're still trying to entice a young person, so you're still a predator. So you put on the list. I don't understand. I'm quite
No.
surprised with American law like that because I know they're quite strict, but that shocked me. Really shocked me.
Oh wow. Yeah, see that's the thing. Like I know Cheesehead's probably getting ready to go live, but
Yeah.
um so I'll just go we're gonna end it here in a minute. I'll wait till it gets to an hour. We're about 30 seconds away. Um I don't under he's not Jake, I don't know. Like, I'm still I'm bumfuckled on this right here, and I know you can't make sense of stupid, Rena Rose, but I can't wrap my head around how you are not put on a registry. I just can't wrap my head around that.
It's like you're giving them the choice. Well, you're giving them a hand up to go and commit the same crime
Yeah,
all over again, victimize another child, and
and that's
that
the
could have been
problem.
stopped.
It's
And it
like you're
could have been
saying, "Oh,
stopped.
bad boy, don't do that again." No, you should be put on a fucking registry, and you should have to be on that registry for the rest of your life. Like,
And really, they're
I
taking
don't
the
know.
public's rights away. They're taking your rights away. You know what I mean?
I don't
Whatever's
know. It just
happened.
got my mind like all messed up.
Yeah,
I'm glad we did this live though.
yeah,
This
yeah,
is like the more serious live, and we may have more serious lives like this more, guys, but this is
don't
just a
blame it.
topic that really bothers me and Boo.
Don't blame it on
Um,
it though.
yeah,
No,
we like to we like to, it's been hard to do a serious live, me and her,
yeah,
you guys. It's been really hard.
yeah.
Um,
I like the fun times.
but with this topic, you gotta be serious. Like,
Yeah,
and
you
that's
could
just
not
how it
be
is.
serious. So we're going to go and heat up cheeses.
Yeah, we're gonna go do the not so serious live with Cheesehead. We're gonna go over there.
We want to thank you all for coming, but we're going to jump onto
Yes,
cheesing.
thank everybody for coming. Rudy,
Thank you.
sorry we're getting ready to bounce
Sorry,
out.
Rudy.
Golden Eyes, Winter Rose, Flaky Jake, Dutchy, Kiki Lonnie,
Weenie, Weenie,
Bones,
Weenie, Weenie.
Weenie, Combat Wombat, Salty,
Salty. Joe Waffles was in the house.
Waffles was in here, Peace, Love, Smiles, LA Spike,
Mike. Who
just
else
for
we got?
fun. I think I
We've
said
got
Bones already. If not, I'm gonna shout out Bones again. Sorry. Triple
Probate.
A. Who else?
Probate. Probate.
Probate. Oh, we can't leave, but gotta shout out Probate.
Yeah, don't leave probate
Okay, I'm not worried about shouting out everybody.
out.
Winter Rose. Shout out to Winter Rose. Thank you, Winter Rose, for coming up.
Thank
We're gonna
you.
end this, guys, because we're gonna go over to Cheesehead. I hope everybody has a good night. I'm not gonna play an outro. We're just gonna go.
Everyone jump to Cheeseheads live.
See you over at Cheesehead, y'all.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.